Hi everyone, happy Monday. Anthony, happy Saturday. This is No Makeup Monday. That's officially what I'm calling it, No Makeup Monday or Tuesday. Even though I think I'm gonna have to wear some later. Anyway, getting into the reading, we are starting off with the Gypsy Oracle because I'm really feeling it right now. I don't know, and today's message is very odd. At least we're gonna see what happens, but first off, we have Malady. So when I saw the cards, I was thinking, ooh, somebody's got a hangover. But then I remembered that it's my Saturday, not everybody else's Saturday. Everybody else is on Monday. So this could be you. This could be that you decided to party on a Sunday and now you're you're in the middle of a hangover. But this can also mean that you're not feeling too good and that you might be sick. So that's one thing, or that something is ill in your environment. But we'll get into it as we go along. Then we have joyfulness. It's got major Three of Cups vibes. It's got a guy and two girls dancing around. They're joyful, they're playing. And it's kind of like the opposite energy of this. But then when I'll show you in a second what I read. So you go from having a hangover to being very joyful. So I kind of read it. Let me show you. I'm mixing everything up, and then at the end we have service. So when I saw the cards initially, I was like, dude, this person has a hangover because they went out partying yesterday and they couldn't get themselves home, so they had to order a cab. This is not what this message means. What the message actually means, service. I mean, this person is opening the door for somebody. And it's usually you being of service to somebody else or to a few people. But when I was seeing the cards initially, I was like, okay, this person definitely ordered a cab to get them home because they were very hungover. That doesn't exactly mean that that's today's message, but that's like the initial vibe that I got, which is very common. We've all been there. Well, the vast majority of it. You have no idea how hot it is up here. Barcelona is very, very hot this week. It's crazy. Anyway, so yes, we have Malady, joyfulness, and service. Now to see where this message takes us. Under Malady, which is really weird, is the Fool. Now, when I start to think about the Fool is the first step in a journey. When you're feeling adventurous and you want to go out into the world and you want to explore, right? So if we're going with the initial reading that I got, this could have been you last night, and that's why you're paying for it today. If you decided to party on a Sunday, which I do believe people do. But it could also mean that even though you're embarking on a new adventure, whatever this adventure may be, I do think that there is, this can go so many ways, but I do believe that sometimes when we go on an adventure, we don't realize that we're going to stumble upon obstacles. And some of those obstacles may lead us to feeling kind of crappy. They're here to test us, right? And getting sick or not feeling well is in a way a test. It's like you went out partying and now you're paying, or you're on this adventure and yes, you are going to continue on your way, but first you have to deal with this mosquito bite, or you ate some poor food, or I'm being very literal right now. So this is a great energy to have if we're feeling crappy. It's like, okay, I'm feeling crappy right now, but that's not going to stop me from going on continuing on my adventure, continuing on what it is that I want to do, what I feel called out to do. But be mindful of the fact that, not the fact, because I don't know if this has already happened or is happening, and these are not facts. Tarot is not facts. Tarot is very, very relative, especially when you're doing it for whomever is watching. That's why I called it that way, to whomever it may concern. So just be mindful that on your path, you will find obstacles and things that will not make you not feel so good, but that's part of the process. It's not just like happy-go-lucky. It will have its moments. So, but it will also have its joyful moments. You're gonna meet people along the way. You know, either you partied last night with those people, or you're gonna meet people along the way today or this week, or that will help you cheer you up. They will help you cheer you up. Now, under joyfulness, yes, it's joyfulness, we have the Hangman reversed. So I feel like this is more the Malady vibe. For me, the Hangman, when the Hangman is reversed, it means life is forcing us to look at something in a different way. So maybe, yes, you've embarked on this adventure, whether it be job, relationship, whatever it is, but there's something that you're doing that is leading you to not feel so well. So you need to consult maybe friends, and maybe see things in a different light so that you don't fall again into this trap of malady. You always, I mean, we're going to make mistakes regardless, because that is part of the human experience, but we need to wise up and we need to learn from those mistakes, right? So whatever it is that made you feel bad, either today or yesterday or tomorrow, just be mindful that it will come up again and it will test you again, and you'll either choose to not engage in it again, or you will choose to go through it again and feel shitty again. So it's up to you. And then under service, we have the Tower. It's a very odd selection of cards. It's a very tricky selection. So like I said, with service, you could either, if we're continuing down the path of you partied too much yesterday and you had to order an Uber or a cab or whatever to get you home, a good way of making yourself feel better can be to be of service today. In any degree, you don't have to go out and save people from hurricanes to be in service. If you can, you should. But if you can't, or if you're busy doing something else, there's plenty of little things that you can do around the office or around your home to be of service to others. Like if you saw your roommate cleaning your house a bunch of times, it's cool. It's really, really cool if you do it this once. Even if you're feeling shitty. This might actually make you feel better. Stay away from toxic products if you're up to that. But if it's in the office, you can help a colleague out to resolve whatever it is they need to do, or run errands, or go get everybody some coffee. That would be nice. That'd be nice. There's a tower involved. There's a tower involved. So maybe at some point when you're doing this, you realize that you left your card at wherever it is that you were at your party. Why am I going down this pathway? I feel like I'm stuck in this. Maybe that's the story that you need to hear. Maybe somebody out there went out partying and they forgot their wallet wherever it is that they went, and now you just found out that you left it somewhere, and it kind of fucks up all your plans. So I do feel like we need to clarify everything, because I don't understand any of the cards here. So first off, we have the Fool under Malady. So you might be feeling kind of foolish and crappy. same time. You know how when you're a teenager and you're starting to go out and you're starting to drink and you're starting to experiment, that you have absolutely no control over your actions or your mouth. And then the day after, you're just like, what the F did I do? And your friends are just looking at you like, I can't let you go to school this way. You need to know what happened. And you kind of need to know. You know that you need to know, but you don't want to know. You're like, I don't want to know, man. What did I do? So let's clarify the Fool. Clarify the Fool with a star reversed. So you've been foolish, man. You've been foolish, and you really need to get back into track this Monday, because you're running the risk of losing something that you really want and that you've been working hard for. And that could be this is the warning with the star. It's like you're in the risk of losing your reputation, which is kind of old school way of thinking, but it is still very applicable. You lost your wallet, you lost your mind. Let's see another one for the Fool. Oh man, Two of Cups reversed. So you might be feeling shitty because maybe you got into a fight with your spouse or with your friend, or you lost your friends at some point in this adventure last night. If this has nothing to do with a party last night, it still very much applies. You might be feeling shitty today because you were feeling foolish about something that has happened. Or today you're going to realize that at some point today you're going to see that there is a separation of you with something or with someone. The Two of Cups reversed doesn't necessarily mean that you're splitting up with your spouse, but it can. It can, and that's what might make you feel shitty today. I'm sorry to say it, but that's what the cards are showing me. Let's clarify the Hangman. Ooh, okay. So, wow. I kid you not. The Hangman reversed, clarified by the Hangman reversed. Both women, by the way, in this. Doesn't matter. So listen, this is starting to look like you behaved very foolishly last night, or today, or just, you need to check yourself, your behavior, because clearly some people are not into it, or something is just, this is not good, and you're feeling bad about it. That's malady. Malady doesn't necessarily mean that you're sick, physically sick. It can mean that you're feeling guilty. And with the Hangman reversed, we have the Four of Cups upright. So something might have been presented to you at some point, either today or last night, or however this applies to you time-wise, because I'm not getting very, I keep feeling that it's last night, but it could be today. Maybe somebody's feeling unappreciated. Or, okay, yeah. And you do appreciate this person, but life is really, man, I mean, it's here twice. Life is really telling you to like wise up emotionally, because you're gonna lose this person or this job or whatever. A Four of Cups is about being presented with an opportunity, and you're just sitting there sick. Feeling like shit because you haven't, I mean, if it were reversed, I would say, yes, you're not appreciating it, but it's very weird because like I've said before, different decks have different variations of meanings, and to me, this card specifically has a different vibe than the traditional Four of Cups. The Four of Cups in another deck, which I don't have anymore here, is a person that's just, the person is ignoring this cup that's being offered to them, right? But here, I don't feel like this person is ignoring this cup. I feel the opposite. I feel like this person is manifesting this cup. So if you if you want to turn this upside down, you're going to have to learn to appreciate what you've got. And whatever it is that you've done that's made you feel shitty, you're going to need to show some appreciation by acts of service, or else this whole deal is going to shit. I mean, this is a massive warning. Usually the Tower doesn't come out as a warning. Usually the Tower comes out as like, it's happening, it's ending. So consider it a warning, but know that this can very, very well happen. I was gonna ask clarify the Tower and it came out, dude. Okay, so first we have the Hermit, and then we have the Three of Cups. It's upright. So, man, I don't feel like this is Hermit literal. I do feel like this is Hermit behavior. Like, you're not expressing your feelings, you're going inward instead of talking to this person. This is starting to feel very much like a relationship thing. And not just because the Two of Cups reversed, but I do feel like this is it. I started thinking this was going to be a job thing and that you were going to be hungover at your work, but that is not what's happening now. You're going inward, and I feel like this person might be thinking that there's a third party involved. That's what I think. And we have joyfulness also, like the three people dancing around, and we have the Three of Cups. If you went out last night and you misbehaved, your person, if you have one, they might know about it, and they are not happy about it. That is what I'm getting from this read. And you need to like wise up, because you've been foolish. And because you've been foolish, a Tower moment is coming. Dude, I hate having to give these kinds of messages, but that's what the cards are giving me. Eesh. If this is not you, this is still a lesson for everybody out there. Like, nothing stays hidden. Oh my God, this is so crazy. It's just, I do feel like you're not appreciating what you have, and you've shown what you've had that you don't appreciate it, and you are about to lose it. That's the gist of the message. We're gonna do a little bit of Morgan Tarot to see how we close off, a little bit of advice. This, I swear, it's like I said the other day, I see the cards initially and then I start reading them and it's like, what is up? I mean, the Hangman reversed twice. That's not happened to me before. Like, life is telling you, dude, what's up? Okay, so this came out like this. Let's see. Okay. I think this goes this way. Let's see. The first card we have, there's nobody here but us folk. There's more than one person here. There's more than two people here. That means that whatever it is that happened, other eyes saw it. That's basically it. And a secret can't be kept for too long. It will come out. It will fester inside of you. gonna come out. Dude. Then we have, you are experiencing an illegitimate feeling. This is a tricky card because, at least for me, because I don't believe that there is anything as an illegitimate feeling. But maybe not a wise feeling. You're experiencing something that feels great in the moment, but it's going to have long-term repercussions that you do not want to deal with. And then under Tower at the end, and the Hermit and the Three of Cups and Service, we have Boo. I mean, if there was ever a card to go along with the Tower, it's Boo. It's a surprise, collapse, explosion, a surprise news that you are not going to like. If this is you, this sucks. But you need to understand that you had a hand in this. You have to admit and accept responsibility in order to either turn this around, which I find very difficult, or move on. Move on and not repeat those same mistakes and not like keep hurting people around you. Anyway, I hope that this reached the person that it needs to reach. If this is so, wise up, man. Everybody makes mistakes, but it's how we stand up, how we pick ourselves up after those mistakes, and how we deal with them that shows our character. That shows our remorse, if we have any, and it will determine whatever happens after that. Okay, so lots of luck with this, lots of love, and I will see you tomorrow, Tuesday, for more messages. Bye.